A roadblock for a local organization looking to help those stuck in the heat to keep cool during the summer. We'll tell you what's keeping them from setting up their cooling stations. And Yakima Valley Libraries is making a plan to address reading deserts in the community, and they're looking to Yakima residents for help.
And a hot and sunny start to your work week with winds on the way and cooler temperatures as well. I'll get you prepared by First Alert Weather Forecast.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. How was your weekend, Jill?
It was good. Yeah, good. It was a quiet weekend. How about yours?
Pretty quiet. There was plenty of sunshine.
It sure was.
And we have more sunshine today, but we're on the edge of another system, just like we were last week. So we can see a little bit of shower activity, but definitively we're going to be seeing heavy winds coming in tomorrow and those cooler temperatures on the way as we get to Wednesday. So a lot to talk about. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Columbia Point sky cam, and another beautiful morning after those kind of cloudy conditions and a little bit of rain that we saw at the end of our work week last week. We are looking improving this morning on our Monday. Again, hope you had a wonderful weekend and a nice morning so far. So we just have a hint of cloud coverage out there, but we do have a slight chance of seeing just a little bit of shower activity today, but we're going to see more sunshine than not. Should be a lovely day right in those mid-90s for the Yakima region, pretty much on par with what the Tri-Cities is going to be at the mid-90s, and we're going to be pretty much right there tomorrow. But then we're going to see a bit of a cool down as we see winds start tomorrow afternoon, and we actually have a wind advisory for some of our areas, even a red flag warning for, well, one of our regions. I'll get you prepared for that coming up. And again, a hot Monday, winds start tomorrow, quick shower possible tonight. I'll get you filled in on that in my forecast coming up, but let's send it right now back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. One person is dead and 5 others are recovering from gunshot wounds after a shooting at a house party in Benton City. According to the Benton County Sheriff's Office, authorities were called to the 25,000 block of North Willard Avenue just after midnight Saturday, discovering 6 people with gunshot wounds. Witnesses say a house party had been going on when a fight broke out and shots were fired. Authorities have not said whether any arrests have been made or if they're searching for someone. One person died from their injuries at the hospital. Another was hospitalized, their condition currently unknown, and the others were treated and released, according to authorities. The investigation is ongoing. You may know Clean Sweep Tri-Cities volunteers for their neon shirts and willingness to give back. And since 2020, they've placed blue barrels stocked with water and ice throughout the Tri-Cities to help those stuck in the heat. Until this year, founder Mark McKee says he got a call from the city of Pasco Friday morning telling him they'll have to apply for a permit and pay $400 30 days in advance if they want to set the barrels up when the temperatures rise.
2 years ago, it was 120 degrees. It was hot out there, and that water was a blessing. It saved lives. It's the water ministry is not about cooling somebody off. It's about saving their lives.
McKee says he's concerned they won't be able to afford a permit application every time they want to help those in need. Pasco officially has a new fire chief. Former Chief Bob Gear retired after nearly 50 years of service. Now Kevin Crowley will take over the position. He joins the Pasco Fire Department from the Kennewick Fire Department, where he was most recently a deputy fire chief. The city says Crowley was selected after an extensive and competitive process through the Western Fire Chiefs Association. Crowley's official start day will be on July 3rd. The public market at the Columbia River Warehouse in Kennewick celebrated its first anniversary. When the market opened last year, it was the first opportunity for some local vendors to set up their small businesses in a permanent location, and dozens of vendors moved in. Some of those vendors are still there in the same booths they had 365 days ago, while there have also been some new additions to the public market. Right now, the public market is working on its second phase, making room for more vendors. Another addition waiting to open its doors nearby is Ice Harbor Brewery.
So Ice Harbor is on the front of the building. They're expected to open, or they're hoping to open by Father's Day that weekend. And then phase 2 is there's a wall in here and it's behind the wall. So we're hoping to have a lot more food style people, restaurant style.
And again, work has begun on phase 2, and Stephanie Ebert says it should be complete around November or December. The public market is open year-round, Thursdays through Sundays. We've reached a dangerous time on Washington roads. That's why the State Patrol has kicked off the Surviving Summer campaign. According to WSP, June 9th through September 7th marks the highest consecutive 90-day stretch for deadly crashes. The Washington Traffic Safety Commission says more than 960 people died over the past 5 summers between June and August. Law enforcement responded to more than 60 deaths each month between June and August. This 90-day period accounts for an average of 31% of traffic deaths statewide. The State Patrol says speeding, driving under the influence, driving distracted, and failing to grant right-of-way mark the top reasons for deadly crashes in summer. Yakima Valley Libraries is working on a new plan using an old method to address reading deserts in the community, areas where residents don't have a nearby library. They're bringing back their Bookmobile, a mobile library that operated in the valley from 1941 to 1998. It's a way to bring the library to communities that lack internet access, transportation, or are just too far away from the nearest branch. They're also looking for feedback from underserved areas like Nile and White Swan about the best places the Bookmobile can show up.
We're actively going out and trying to make connections with their food banks, with Job Corps, with their grocery stores. Where the readers are, we want to be.
A reveal event for the Bookmobile was held over the weekend, and another will take place this coming Saturday at South Hill Park in Sunnyside. There will be maps at the event so community members can point out where they'd like the Bookmobile to go next. A body recovered from Mount Rainier has been identified as Dawes Eddy. He was a decorated mountaineer who embarked on a solo climb which would have marked the 80-year-old's 50th summit of Rainier. Eddy was missing for a week before a search crew located his body in a crevasse. The cause of death has not yet been determined. STCU and Cap KVUE Local News are looking for community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step helping us all. If you know someone like this, please nominate them by clicking on contests at yaktrynews.com. Every 6 weeks or so, we choose a volunteer to profile on Cap KVUE Local News, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you for nominating someone, and a big thank you to all volunteers who make our communities stronger. Game 5 of the NBA Finals airs this evening on Cap KVUE. That means World News Tonight with David Muir will air this afternoon at 4, followed by a special edition of Cap KVUE Local News at 4:30. Game coverage begins at 5, and then a primetime edition of Cap KVUE Local News after the game. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Folks, a little bit of cloud coverage in the Yakima Valley area. That'll move on today. We have a hot Monday, but we have cooler temperatures, maybe a little rain, and definitely some wind to talk about. That's coming up in my full forecast.
And the FDA has released a new report on the number of drug shortages that took place in the United States last year. What the main causes of the shortages were, next on Good Morning Northwest.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
At Good Shepherd, it is not just a job. It is our mission. A mission to improve the health of our community. To give you our hearts, our minds, our compassion, the best technology available, and the greatest medicine of all, kindness. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
This is how legends 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese, or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages, up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, in its annual report on drug scarcities to Congress, the Food and Drug Administration says it documented 49 new drug shortages in 2022. The FDA said pharmaceutical availability continues to pose a real challenge to public health, saying most of the 2022's drug shortages were due to quality issues from manufacturers in the U.S. and abroad. Quality issues were also to blame for last year's nationwide infant formula shortage. Some manufacturers have struggled to keep up with demand because companies must alert the FDA of any manufacturing interruptions and problems. It was able to work with them to prevent 222 drug shortages. It also said it used regulatory flexibility and discretion to avoid shortages of 76 products. The FDA has been required to submit this annual report to lawmakers since 2012. The requirement was the result of a record 251 drug shortages in 2011. Well, an FDA advisory panel voted unanimously Friday to affirm the Alzheimer's drug lecanemab shows clinical benefits for the treatment of the disease. The move paves the way for the medication shown under the brand name Leqembi to be considered for the full FDA approval. FDA decision is expected by July 6th. The medication is one of the first dementia drugs that appears to slow the progression of cognitive decline. These are potential side effects like brain swelling and bleeding, which can be life-threatening. More than 6.5 million people in the U.S. live with Alzheimer's disease. That number is expected to grow to 13.8 million by 2060. Coming up, one of the U.S.'s most prolific domestic terrorists died over the weekend, and authorities are doing their due diligence to discover exactly what led to his death. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast on this lovely Monday morning. That's next on Good Morning Northwest. Stick with us, everyone.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
This week, GMA's hitting the road, exposing the fastest rising scams where you live to be on the watch for and how to avoid. From identity theft and fraud to romance scams, imposter scams, and oh yeah, those robocalls. How can you avoid being scammed? Watch GMA Scam You.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT4. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 trimmer. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, out now and posted on Bi-Mart.com. It's 16 pages of great savings, including lawn and garden supplies, sporting goods, and more. Save now at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and you have a nice morning so far. Look at this beautiful shot from our Legends Casino sky cam. We are going to see these clouds moving out later on, but we do have a slight chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity. I'll get into that. A lot to get into, so let's get into it. We're staying warm. We're in mid to lower 60s for most of our areas. A couple 50s in there, but a very warm morning. So just get ready for warm conditions as you head out the door. We're going to see similar temperatures tomorrow. We're going to be right in those mid to lower 90s for all of our areas. And then we return to right around average as we get to Wednesday. A little warmer, and then by the time we get to Father's Day, which is this Sunday, it's going to be right around that average again. So cooler temperatures are on the way. Now on our radar, here's that cloud coverage we're seeing in Toppenish. That is quickly moving out, and the rest of our area is looking very nice. But again, can you believe it? We're on the edge of a system. So a low pressure system sticking in southern Utah, bringing in some shower activity for our friends Spokane, the panhandle of Idaho, and western Montana. Our area's just right on the periphery of that. I'll show you what I mean. So a little bit of cloud coverage coming in, and again, we could see just the smallest bit of quick showers coming in from the edge of that system, and then that will move out as we get to our overnight period. Tuesday, we could see another just little bit of shower activity as well. But folks, more sunshine than not, and more sunshine on our Wednesday. But the one thing that is definitely going to be hitting us is wind. We do have a wind advisory tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. for Ellensburg. That also includes Hermiston and kind of surrounding our areas. Heavy winds, 25 to 35 mile per hour. Could see gusts 50 to 55 miles per hour. Also tomorrow, Hermiston will be in a red flag warning, which just lets first responders know that the fire danger is up. So heavy winds for really all of our areas will be 15 to 25 to even 30 mile per hour for the rest of our area. So get ready for a blustery Tuesday. So wind speeds right now, very light. We don't expect those winds to start to pick up until tomorrow afternoon or late morning. So again, folks, very heavy winds are on the way, and that's going to usher in those cooler temperatures on the way by Wednesday. But not today. We're in the lower 90s throughout most of our areas. 94 for Yakima, 93 in Toppenish, even 91 in Ellensburg. Let's just say mid 90s for the Mid-Columbia. And again, folks, similar temperatures tomorrow. And then we see those cooler temperatures on the way, lower 90s for Walla Walla and Pendleton. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Again, folks, more sunshine than not, though we do have that slight chance of seeing just a little bit of shower activity coming in, but we drop down to 80 on Wednesday for Yakima and stay in those mid to lower 80s, even upper 70s by the time we, well, celebrate Dad on Sunday. Don't forget Dad. Overnight lows will drop to the lower to mid 50s Tuesday overnight. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-90s the next 2 days. Then look at those cooler temperatures, 82 by Wednesday, 85 on Thursday, peaking on Friday, but then cooling back down for Dad. So folks, a warm day today. Should be pretty calm, but again, could see a little bit of shower activity very quick throughout our areas. But as we get into tomorrow, get ready for those heavy winds, especially in Ellensburg and Hermiston.
The man known as the Unabomber is dead. Ted Kaczynski was found unresponsive in his prison cell on Saturday. Sources tell the New York Times Kaczynski died by suicide at a federal prison medical center in North Carolina. He spent years mailing and hand-delivering sophisticated bombs. The attacks killed 3 people and injured 23 others. In the end, it was Kaczynski's own brother who helped the FBI solve the case. Polo Sandoval has more.
Known infamously as the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski was serving 8 life sentences for a 17-year deadly reign of terror when he died Saturday. Prison officials tell CNN the ailing 81-year-old was found unresponsive in a cell overnight. His cause of death, not yet released. In December 2021, Kaczynski was transferred to a federal medical facility in Butner, North Carolina, used to house inmates with health conditions.
I think it's very important for transparency reasons to fully understand the circumstances around the death, but I would caution speculation at this point. We don't really have any reason to believe anything untoward happened here just yet.
Andrew McCabe is a former FBI deputy director who was with the Bureau as agents closed the Unabomber case. It was in 1978 when Kaczynski started his campaign of violence by leaving a mail bomb in a parking lot at a Chicago university. He would go on to plant explosives on an airplane, university buildings, and by computer stores. He also mailed powerful bombs to university professors and business executives. By the time he was arrested in 1996, his 16 devices killed 3 innocent people and injured 23 others. His own words, published in a manifesto, were what eventually led FBI agents to his off-the-grid primitive cabin in the woods of Montana, tipped off by Kaczynski's own brother.
He pursued this bombing campaign as a way of striking back against technological advancement, which he believed was damaging the environment in ways that needed to be stopped.
Before becoming prolific bomber, Kaczynski was a high school honor student in Illinois who enrolled at Harvard at just 16. It was during his college years that Kaczynski took a dark turn, recalled his brother.
Ted was withdrawing. There wasn't the desire to come home and enjoy the family.
As part of a deal with prosecutors to dodge the death penalty, Kaczynski admitted to the bombings and was sent to Colorado's Supermax prison, where he remained until his medical transfer. At the time of Kaczynski's 1998 sentencing, the widow of victim Jill Murray wrote, "He will never, ever kill again."
The FBI is investigating Kaczynski's death. A Florida woman who shot and killed a mother during a dispute involving her children reportedly admitted to using racial slurs. A judge set the bond for Susan Louise Lawrence at $154,000 Friday. Lawrence is facing several charges, including manslaughter in the deadly shooting of Ajike A.J. Owens. According to an arrest affidavit, Lawrence was upset that children were playing near her home. Records show Lawrence admitted to hurling racial slurs at the kids, and one of Owens' sons said she repeatedly attacked them. When Owens went to her house and knocked on her door, Lawrence told detectives she shot her through the door after Owens threatened to kill her. The affidavit states neighbors told deputies there was a history of negative interactions between Lawrence and the children in the neighborhood. The owner of the apartment says Lawrence has been evicted. A funeral service will be held for Owens on Monday. 4 men were shot on Saturday afternoon during a funeral procession in a suburb west of Chicago. It happened in the city of Oak Park. Police believe the mourners who were shot were targeted. The victims were all from Chicago. 2 are in critical condition. 2 other victims were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a grandmother and grandson make up a traveling duo who have spent the last 7.5 years visiting each and every one of America's national parks.
Introducing the new line of crispy chicken pizzas from Little Caesars. Large pizzas with white sauce and crispy chicken, topped with either a swirl of barbecue, buffalo, or garlic parm sauce, or choose no swirl at all. New crispy chicken pizzas available online for $9.99.
Pizza. Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
From Cap View, Apple Valley Eats.
I do quite a few cupcakes. We rotate about 10 flavors a day. Our signature cupcake is red velvet. And our top 10, of course, is Dr. Pepper, red velvet, chocolate overload, strawberry cheesecake, lemon cheesecake, Bavarian cream, pina colada, salted caramel, and confetti. We're the only soul food deli in the Tri-Cities, and we sell the traditional Louisiana soul food, red beans and rice, macaroni and cheese, collard greens and cornbread, barbecue pork, we do barbecue chicken, jambalaya, etouffee. We don't always have those things, but we do rotate them in and out. And now we're kind of looking at maybe doing some alligator. Well, it started when I was fascinated about the cupcake craze that started about 2004, 2005. So I rented a space at Pasco Specialty Kitchen and started making cupcakes and going out there on Saturday. And they did really, really well. We did that for a couple of years, and then the director of the market suggested I go out and start a storefront. So we started looking for a space that we could afford. So we've been around going on 23 years now. So we're the oldest cupcake store in the Tri-Cities, and the best.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dale Plaza.
Welcome back. Well, a grandmother and her grandson have just completed an epic travel itinerary, and it only took them 7.5
Is that
years.
it?
That's it. With their visit to American Samoa last week, Joy and Brad Ryan just completed their goal to visit all 63 national parks.
Fantastic. Officials with the National Park of American Samoa said they were grateful to be part of the pair's amazing story. Brad Ryan had been documenting the pair's travels on Instagram, calling the Samoa visit the best place to conclude this epic chapter of Grandma Joy's road trip.
And they look like they're having so much
Yes.
fun, don't they? Ryan says his 93-year-old grandmother made history as the oldest living person to visit every U.S. national park. The Park Service honored the pair with certificates and a number of other gifts. The idea for the journey came after Grandma Joy told her grandson she had regretted the few trips she had taken in her life up until then.
Well, they made up for it, and in your golden years, you don't usually get to go on quite that of an adventure. So
That's right.
good for them.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And it
What a
looked like
great-
they visited some incredible places too.
Yes. I love it. How many have you been to? I've been to, I think, 4.
Just a handful.
Okay.
Yeah. Been to Mount Rushmore. But
That is fun. All right, folks, quick look outside. The sunshine is coming out. Start of a new week, folks. I'll get you ready for that with wind, chance of showers, but more sunshine on the way. That's coming up soon.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, despite his arraignment scheduled for tomorrow, former President Donald Trump says he won't drop out of the 2024 race, even if he's convicted. And amid the controversy surrounding the former president, the current administration has stayed silent since the indictment's release.
In today's Tech Bites, a financial spat between Twitter and Google. According to Platformer News, the social media company refuses to pay its Google Cloud bill. The $1 billion contract is up for renewal this month. The dispute may lead to some Twitter safety services going offline. Microsoft is bringing Bing Voice Mode to its Edge browser on desktops. Users just select the microphone button on Bing's chat box and ask questions out loud. And yes, Bing has its own voice to respond. 5 languages, including English, can be used, but Microsoft says others are on the way. And finally, also from Microsoft, a new black version of the Xbox Series S game console. It has increased storage capacity of 1 terabyte. Pre-orders are being taken right now. It'll be launched on September 1st for just about $350. A new color there. Xbox has really turned it around since the 360. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Your house is lovely.
Thank you. I need to introduce you to someone. He was telling me how Geico makes it easy to save on homeowners insurance, so I was thinking...
Will.
Hello, old friend.
So you have met?
Years ago, we both had big dreams about saving people money on their homeowners insurance.
Yeah, just look at us now.
Your house is lovely.
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay, nobody heard you.
Okay.
I did hear you.
Geico makes it easy to save on homeowners insurance.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Despite the release of a 49-page criminal indictment and his arraignment set for tomorrow, former President Donald Trump says he has no intention of dropping out of the 2024 presidential race. And the White House has stayed noticeably silent since the release of the indictment.
And folks, a hot and sunny start to your week with winds and cooler temperatures on the way. I'll get you prepared my first alert weather forecast.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Good Monday morning. And again, Monday mornings define Friday afternoons.
How so?
Well, because we need to have the Monday mornings where it's sometimes hard to get up and you're got the week ahead.
Makes Friday more sweet.
Makes Friday more sweet.
Yes.
So you need the Monday mornings to make Friday afternoon so lovely.
That makes sense.
Hope we had a wonderful weekend and plenty of sunshine over the weekend. We got a little more heat yesterday, and we'll continue to get that heat today, tomorrow, but changes are on the way, Jill.
Okay.
I need to tell people about it.
Yes.
Let's take a look outside at our lovely Columbia Point Sky Cam. Look at that sunshine coming on in as next week we hit the summer solstice. Can you believe it? I can't believe how fast 2023 is just cruising along, but beautiful sunshine. We have a little bit of cloud coverage in the Toppenish area that's finally moving on out. And folks, we're looking at more sunshine on the way today. It is going to be a gorgeous day, though we have a slight chance of seeing some late showers. We're on the periphery of another system going into the Spokane, northern Idaho, western Montana areas. But for the most part, mostly sunny skies, highs mid to lower 90s, pretty much for all of our cities. We have a pretty warm morning right now as well. We're in the 60s throughout our areas. So we have a hot Monday. Winds start in earnest tomorrow. We have a wind advisory and even a red flag warning for some of our areas, and a quick shower tonight. I'll get you ready for all of that in my forecast that's coming up, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. Former President Donald Trump is preparing to face a federal judge and enter his plea in the Mar-a-Lago records investigation. Trump's court appearance tomorrow follows a whirlwind weekend of campaigning in which Trump told supporters he's not leaving the 2024 presidential race, even if he's convicted. ABC's Justin Finch in Miami with the latest ahead of Trump's arraignment.
This morning, security ramping up in downtown Miami. The Secret Service already surveilling near the federal courthouse where former President Donald Trump is set to formally face charges alleging he mishandled classified records and obstructed government efforts to get them back.
You get indicted over nothing. You get indicted over the Presidential Records Act, which they don't even admit. They call it the Espionage Act.
Trump, now the first current or former American president to face federal criminal charges, and to do so while campaigning for another term.
If even half of it is true, then he's toast. It's a very detailed indictment, and it's very, very damning.
Trump insisting he's done nothing wrong and that he will never leave the 2024 race. A new ABC News Ipsos poll finds nearly half of Americans polled think Trump should have been charged in the records probe, and nearly the same number think the charges are politically motivated.
Most Republicans believe that the law is used as a weapon against Donald Trump.
Former President Trump has no one to blame but himself for being federally criminally indicted.
The sweeping 49-page indictment quotes Trump's own words from his 2016 campaign.
I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law.
But the indictment from special counsel Jack Smith alleges Trump refused to return national defense records, with some allegedly found improperly stored in a ballroom, a storage room, and a bathroom at Trump's Florida estate.
Our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced.
Trump aide Walt Nauta is also facing indictment in the records probe, and the former president is due in federal court tomorrow. Justin Finch, ABC News, Miami.
Just most Americans see a security risk in former President Trump's alleged actions. Trump now faces a total of 37 criminal counts that include willful retention of classified documents, including national defense information. A poll found that 61% of Americans say the federal charges Trump faces are very or somewhat serious. 28% say the charges are not serious. And another poll found that 69% of Americans feel it would be a security risk if Trump possessed documents regarding U.S. nuclear systems or military plans in his home after leaving office. The White House still has not commented on the federal indictment of former President Donald Trump. Saturday, reporters asked for a response to Trump's attacks on special counsel Jack Smith and heightened rhetoric by some Republicans. But the White House declined to answer. Friday, President Joe Biden repeatedly told reporters no comment. An aide says the president learned about the indictment from news reports. President Biden told reporters he had not spoken to Attorney General Merrick Garland about the case, and he had no intention of doing so in the future. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at your forecast.
Look at this lovely Monday morning, everyone. It's going to be a pretty darn nice day today with more heat. We do have changes on the way starting tomorrow afternoon. I'll get you ready for those in my forecast. It's coming right up on Good Morning Northwest.
Plus, nobody likes getting scammed, and the latest report from the Federal Trade Commission shows the top 5 scams to keep your eye out for.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted online at bimart.com. There's 16 pages of store-wide savings. Enjoy your next adventure for less. Bi-Mart has you covered in sporting goods. Plus, find everything you need for your lawn and garden and patio needs, including everything Dad wants for Father's Day. Save now at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
There are some people who have been tricked and lied to by someone they trust, someone they may even love, someone who sells them for sex. That's sex trafficking, and it's a crime. If you're a victim of sex trafficking, know that there is hope. There is a way out, a way to a better life. There are people who can help. You just need to take the first step.
The Support Advocacy and Resource Center, SARC, is here to help. Visit us at supportadvocacyresourcecenter.org. Services are free and confidential.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone, this Monday morning. Well, be careful before you open that text message. The FTC says scams sent through text messaging are increasing and they're being costly as well. An analysis from the FTC shows consumers have reported losing $330 million to text message scams last year, more than double what was reported in 2021. Fake bank security alerts turned out to be the most common scam, reported the agency. Other common scams are messages claiming to offer a free gift, fake package delivery problems, phony job offers, and bogus Amazon security alerts. The FTC says you should never click on links or respond to texts. If you are unsure if the text is legit, contact the company using a phone number or website that you know is real. You can also report spam messages. The FTC says forward the text to 7726, which spells out, well, spam. You can also report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Coming up, Riley Fitzgerald joins us in the studio with the details of a long overdue remodel of Kennewick's Juvenile Justice Center. And folks, look at the sunshine waiting to greet you on this Monday morning. I'll have your first alert weather forecast. That is next on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer. Here's to the dads, dadas, and daddy-os. They deserve the big daddy of all Father's Day treats, a DQ cake. With layers of creamy, world-famous soft serve, and a delicious fudge and crunch center. Conveniently customizable and ready for pickup from the DQ freezer. So grab yours. And let's raise our red spoons to the world's #1 dad. Hi, Dad. DQ. Happy tastes good.
I really started looking around thinking, there must be a ton of chefs doing things, and although we have a lot of great restaurants here in town, I thought that there was a space for maybe one more person with a chefing background, We're working with a buddy of mine, Adam, that has Columbia Basin beef, and we're using Holstein animals that are being raised right here in Sunnyside, and what we do is we take a certain amount of those animals and we feed them a little more generously to get what we call chef grazed beef. So it's a little higher quality. You see a lot more marbling, what you would see in like a prime quality or prime plus beef. And we have that all processed out at a USDA certified plant, so that I was able to work with all the butchers, get everything cut and processed exactly the way I want. So we're just now starting. This is the infancy. These are actually the first, coming from the first 5 animals that we've worked with. So we're pretty happy so far, and we'll continue to keep them well fed and keep fattening them to where we get exactly how we want it. We do what we call Cigars Under the Stars. So every month, every first Thursday, we have a collection of people that just keeps growing, and the whole outside is turned into basically a big outdoor cigar and whiskey lounge.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff at $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. A lot to get to for this week. We have a lot of changes and, well, we have a lot of things happening, so let's get right to it. So we are warm this morning, mid to lower 60s, 55 for Ellensburg, our one outlier. Oh, and Hermiston as well. But still, folks, warm temperatures and beautiful sunshine will be greeting you this morning. We're going to see a hot day today, mid to lower 90s, pretty much across the board. Very similar, at least temperature-wise, day tomorrow. Then much cooler as we get into Wednesday. We're going to be right around our averages for this time of year, which is 82, and maybe even a little below it as we get to our Father's Day on Sunday. And we have winds on the way, and we also have a small chance of a little bit of shower activity. So first off, we are looking at our radar, and we saw quite a bit of cloud coverage in Toppenish. That is moving on, and we're seeing mostly clear skies this morning. But again, we're right on the edge of a system. Low pressure system in the southern part of Utah, bring in some shower activity. Spokane also on the periphery, northern Idaho and western Montana. So our areas, we're just going to see a chance of seeing just a little bit of shower activity coming in as we get to our evening hours. Most likely not, but if it does come, it will be very, very quick. And tomorrow as well, we're looking at more sunshine than not. So just keep an eye out for possibly a quick shower or two into tomorrow as we move along in the week. Also, wind advisory for 2 of our cities, Ellensburg area, so Kittitas County, and for Hermiston. That is from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow. We could see 25 to 35 mile per hour winds with 50 mile per hour gusts likely, and that does mean the rest of our areas 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. Again, that starts in the late morning hours. Also a red flag warning for Hermiston, which just means first responders need to know that fire danger is elevated. So get ready for a windy Tuesday indeed. And that is going to be changing our conditions throughout. So right now we are looking at light winds. Again, those winds aren't going to start hitting until tomorrow late morning. So our highs today, very warm. We're in the mid to lower 90s for most of our areas. Yakima, you're at 94. Over in the mid-Columbia, we're in the mid-90s, and a little cooler along the Blues in the lower 90s. But still, folks, 90s across the board. 7-day forecast, and with those winds coming in tomorrow, it's going to usher in cooler temperatures, 80 degrees by Wednesday. Mid-80s Thursday, Friday, and then even cooler as we head into our weekend. But folks, again, more sunshine than not for the week ahead. So despite getting winds into our area tomorrow and pretty much persisting on Wednesday, we'll see those winds slow down, but still much nicer conditions, though we do have that slight chance of a quick shower or two as we head into our evening hours. Overnight lows for Yakima get back into those lower 50s starting Tuesday morning. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-90s today and tomorrow, down to mid to lower 80s, even 88 on your Friday, and quite a bit of sunshine on the way. It does look like our temperatures, though, this weekend will take a dip as we celebrate Dad. Don't forget Dad. All right, so folks, today, a pretty darn nice day. Highs mid to lower 90s, similar highs tomorrow, more sunshine than not, maybe a quick shower or two. Just get ready for those heavy winds, especially in Ellensburg and Hermiston as we get to tomorrow late morning.
An upgrade and remodel is coming to the Juvenile Justice Center facility that serves Benton and Franklin counties. This has been discussed for quite a while now. Cap KVU's Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio to talk about these upgrades. Riley, how long has it been since changes have been made to the Juvenile Justice Center?
Good morning, Jill. I'm told it's been decades, not just since the facility was built, but from the last remodel. The building itself doesn't only need upgrades, but so do systems, programming, and security. According to Robert Blaine, Director of Operations and Capital Projects with the county, Benton County is putting millions of dollars into this project.
The Juvenile Justice Center was generally built around 1978. It had a remodel in 1996, but after that, it's really not had a lot of attention to it. Over that lifespan, a lot of the systems are now at the end of useful life or past it. It needs to be updated, not only for just the structure itself, but also for the programming for the operation itself.
The last remodel came more than 25 years ago, and while officials say changes haven't been needed until now, most of the infrastructure remains from when it was first built. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest in about half an hour, we'll talk about what this project will entail. Live in studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. The Port of Seattle remains closed, threatening supply chains and worrying retailers. Work at the port came to a halt on Saturday. The Pacific Maritime Association blames the stoppage on the members of the International Longshore and Warehouse Union in the midst of bitter contract negotiations. Deborah Horn has more on the potential impact for consumers.
Our German bags come on a ship.
Where are those?
These are the ones from Germany.
Edie Rouleau has worked for 15 years at Fini, an accessory store in the Pike Place Market. She remembers the supply chain issues a couple of years ago that forced them to buy goods that didn't need to come through the Port of Seattle.
Some of the items that we ordered or manufacturers we never could get because they couldn't ship them.
You couldn't get them?
We could not get them.
Rouleau says, as it is, they are expecting shipments this week that are likely coming through the port.
So if they are closed down, we won't get them.
You won't get them?
No. No, it will be delayed.
It won't be because the container ships aren't coming in. We spotted this vessel this Sunday afternoon. But for a second straight day, those containers are sitting idle.
Going back to every negotiation, going back into the mid-1990s, there has always been some level of disruption on the docks.
This national expert in container shipping says the slowdown at the Port of Seattle is part of a year-long negotiation. The longshore workers, he says, want a share of the huge profits ocean container companies made during the pandemic.
Now, the container carriers, on the other hand, yeah, they were earning a lot of profits during the pandemic, but they are no longer earning those profits because the freight rates have plunged, the volumes have plunged because people are not buying the same number of the same amount of consumer goods that they did during the pandemic.
Right now, both sides are at an impasse. If they don't resolve the issue soon, that package you're waiting for could be delayed at the port until they do. When we come back, after the disappearance and murder of her cousin, an Iowa woman is using their shared love of running to keep her memory alive.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Find countless ways to play and stay in CDA at visitcda.org.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
It's a summer full of celebrations at Legends Casino Hotel, where the beats better have my money, up to $5,500. We're giving away over $21,000 every Thursday in June and a Beats Dream Vacation. Break out your Legends rewards card when playing your favorite slot machine to earn entries, and you could be on your way to a tropical vacay. Plunge into the summer celebration at Legends Casino Hotel, within winning distance.
Many people who deserve Social Security, disability, and workers' compensation benefits are denied.
If you were denied, you want an experienced attorney's personal attention.
I personally handle each workers' comp case.
And I personally handle each Social Security disability case.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630, Bothwell and Hamill.
Men's Health Awareness Month from Prosser Memorial Health, prosserhealth.org.
All right, let's head closer to home on this lovely Monday morning. Beautiful shot from our Legends Casino sky cam. Plenty of sunshine out there. Those clouds starting to move on out. So let's get you ready for your day. We are going to be in the mid to lower 90s for most of our cities. Lower 90s for Ellensburg. Mostly sunny skies over in the the Yakima Valley. Mid to lower 90s, a little bit more cloud coverage. In the mid-Columbia, mid-90s throughout. And over in the Blue Mountain region, we're right in those mid to lower 90s. Even a couple of 80s in those usually cooler places like Athena and Boardman and Heppner and Pilot Rock. So folks, get ready for, again, maybe a slight shower, very quick in our evening hours. Other than that, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies today.